Hello guys, Unknown Gamer here, and today's video I'm going to be talking about COPPA. If you don't know what COPPA is about, it's something that the FTC puts in place to protect children's privacy. So what this means is you're not really allowed to collect data or personal information, any type of that, off children basically. If you're under the age of 13, you won't have your data collected from you, I guess. I mean, that's what my main understanding is. So you're most likely wondering, what does this have to do with YouTube? What does it have to do with the platform itself? I mean, when I was uploading, I saw these two options. I was a bit confused by this. These two options saying, one, if your video is made for kids, or if it's not made for kids. It's just in simple form here. So with this apparent new setup that's going on here, with the COPPA situation, apparently it's going to really affect kids channels. So if you're a content creator who makes kids content, you are gonna really struggle once these rules are put in place. So for example, even if you do mark it as kids, it'll pretty much be difficult to make a living off it. For example, you're gonna have 90% less revenue, your content won't be searchable, your subscribers won't receive notifications, and there's a lot more I can talk about, but just those in general are just damaging to a channel. And mainly I feel sorry for the genuine kids content, not those cringy ass J-Station content. And actually I'm glad he's going to be affected by that. Thank you. Thank you. That's the only thing I'm glad. That's the only good thing about this. J-Station will probably die once this is implemented. But for genuine kids content, it's kind of sad really, because if you put in your heart and soul into it, you are fucked, alright? Let's get that out of the way. But here's the even worse thing, for me especially. So the FTC will apparently individually search every single channel up. Obviously that's quite impossible, so they'll probably have a bot who will do that. So if this bot, or whatever it is that's going to scan the content, will redeem if it's child friendly or not. So if I say fuck in a video, then it probably won't be deemed child friendly. But if your video gets falsely identified as child content, and then that's going to be a bit of an issue, because the FTC will pretty much give you a $42,000 fine. And now we're talking into seriousness here. I don't even have $42,000. My parents don't have $42,000. So if my content gets redeemed as kid friendly for some reason because it has video games in it or certain music that sounds like a child friendly tune, and then you're fucked. You're gonna have a fine of 42 grand on you. That's gonna be brilliant. Especially, I mean, you're gonna have to sell the house for that. Like, come on now, YouTube. Like, fuck. Or FTC. I think there's some way this is gonna be sorted out. I feel like the FTC are just being very vague on what they're saying here, because pretty much every single content creator is going to suffer. And how are we going to pay for that fine? That is a ludicrous amount of money just for a violation. Especially when it comes to video content. And look, content creators get it hard on the platform already, so having this being pretty much the final bombshell of YouTube is just going to be a complete joke. But I really hate this attitude towards this save the children type stuff. If you think YouTube is that bad of a platform, do not let your kids watch it. It's simple as. Look, we've been through that situation enough, loads of times, especially with siblings. And I know a lot of siblings who just basically have their eyes glued to the bloody iPads, consuming this god-awful content. I mean, it's not even educational, it's just a bunch of random bullshit that happens in them. And the problem is, the kids usually pick that up. So, yes, it's really hard to monitor your kids on, the content they watch, but if you don't think YouTube is a good place to watch it, just don't let them watch it. Use the YouTube Kids app, use something else, because we can't keep on putting out these laws in place to protect children if it's going to affect other content creators on the platform. So please, FTC or whatever, let the parents deal with the issue. I mean, seriously, we just have to spread this message around. If you don't trust YouTube as a platform to, make your kids watch that type of content, then please don't let them. Just watch a movie or something. There's plenty of cartoons, there's plenty of TV shows, television channels and all that stuff that you can watch on there. Because YouTube is not a place for your kids to watch content. I'm sorry, but that's the case. Is there good kids content on there? Yes, but most of it is probably malicious bullshit that they feed to kids, and obviously we can't always keep control of that. So I'm not saying the parents are to blame or whatever. I know it's very hard to keep your kids like maintained when it comes to the internet, but you should really be a bit more involved in their lives. I'm not saying you're a bad parent or anything if you're watching this video, but just keep that in mind. But also, it can be YouTube's to blame because I've been saying promote this family-friendly content, or just the FTC in general, thinking that they must be in control all the time. But overall, hopefully this is not the end of YouTube, alright? Apparently there's some good stuff that YouTube's doing. Apparently the demonetization button, you know, the yellow $sign, basically, will be having its changed. So basically if you do see that yellow $sign, the ads will change to a slightly more edgier content. And I'm glad YouTube's doing that because demonetization was an issue, and I wish they kind of acted sooner on this, because we've been, like, every single content creator, well, that's more larger than me, has been struggling with this shit, and I just hate seeing videos constantly about it, and it's just a big frustration to see creators that I love and watch just struggle to put out content, and it's an utter joke how YouTube can treat its community, but at least they're trying to at certain points, but again, it's still an issue we face. But overall, I do think this will be resolved in some kind of matter. It's just the FTC needs to be a bit more clearer about their rules and regulations on COPPA. But overall, guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this sort of informative video, if you even want to call it that. It's just me handling out my frustrations here, because I do care a lot about a lot of creators on the platform, and I know how much of a pain in the ass it is to make videos at times. Even though we're not really monetized or anything, I do feel for those creators who really do want to make a living off the platform, and especially me, who just wants to put out content, make people happy, and seeing these changes, it just might affect me as well in a sort of way, especially with like how far I've gotten with 400 subscribers. So yeah, and thank you for that, by the way. It's kind of a big number that I didn't expect to see so soon. But hopefully this COPPA stuff can really like get out of the way, I guess, and yeah, that's all I've got to say. So anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, you get the rest. I'm not going to go through that malarkey. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'll see you then.